No, it's 8:40.
Oh, never mind. I'm retarded.
Someone should tell Lucci we're doing Outlasses so we don't have to wait an hour for him.
Oh yeah.
Make sure he listen. After all that time, he's still not gonna be ready. So I just need, you know.
There we go.
She's buff. She's really buff.
Alright. Oh wait, are you playing Madden?
Yeah.
Alright. What's the scope of your game? Let's go YouTube.
Fortnite.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Monday
Andrew,
Night
I have a
Football
problem with
on
like
EA
wanting to
Sports.
almost lose a game.
Up next, we've got a good one on tap between the visiting Houston Texans.
My games
and the
are always
Miami
interesting.
Dolphins.
It's so.
I'll be back at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from Sunday's action. But for now, it's Monday Night Football.
The Dolphins.
And to call the action,
Dolphins.
here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Need 3 points to win the game.
Coach from beautiful South
They're at the 30.
There's a look at Hard Rock
Oh my God,
Stadium
80
in
yards.
Miami. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon Godden, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they interplay in this one. It's been a great start to the season. Back-to-back wins to begin
Andrew,
the campaign.
I want you to know how much I
you don't want to
love
get too excited.
games,
There's
man.
still a lot of season to go. But they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Texans, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Texans for their opening
Oh, did you,
drive.
Andrew, did you see that Jarvis Landry went to the
Who, of
Saints?
course, won a national title back in his days at Clemson, Deshaun Watson.
I like this guy. And the
How?
reason I do,
Where do they
he
get
tends to
their
stay
money
on an
from?
even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed. Take what the defense
How do they
gives him,
sign Jarvis
and then he can
Landry
strike
when
at
they don't
times.
have,
Had a
like, their
touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
a cheap contract that he would? There's other teams that would pick him up. Like,
They go play action here on first down. Hopkins on the
how
ground
did you
over
not
the middle.
intercept that? I pressed
They're gonna
Y.
have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Madden bullshit.
That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now a play fake here on first down. Going for the deep. It's caught at the 10.
Oh my
And
God!
he's
You know what?
brought
I know what I'm
down,
doing.
but not before
I'm
he
playing double
reaches
coverage.
the
I'm
8-yard
playing double
line.
coverage.
And give him a gain of 37.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls
I
get
don't
caught. They
know.
start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top. That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Cameron Wake in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be fourth down.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So a nice drive on the road. You come in, you take the ball down, you get 3 points.
Yeah, points are a must on an opening drive, right? So they moved it down efficiently, got it done. I think that bodes well for their chances moving forward in this one.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. Space to maneuver at the 40. Brought in over the middle by Graham. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. On 2nd down, Taylor. Got some real estate inside the 30. And down to the 19-yard line. First foray into the red zone for Miami. 1st and 10 at the 19. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Drake. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down. A run through the starters defensively for the Texans. They were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's about what you consider the break-even mark. If you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but pretty nice effort.
Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down.
Nicholas is open.
Pressure right. This is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Troy Nicholas, his first touchdown here in the new campaign. And the Dolphins are going to take.
He's wide open. Julio Jones catching.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And here comes the Texans now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Look at the starters defensively for the Dolphins. They were quite formidable in the win over the Eagles a week ago.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
No, Hopkins.
Now it's Watson, a bootleg. And incomplete there. A nice hit, jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands. Guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Play action for Miller. Now Watson over the middle. That's caught by Miller. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him
121 to 30.
Football. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked.
Sorry.
But you have to be prepared for
131 to 20?
They'll make some adjustments.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Every time you play game, I have to
Drake will start the drive on the ground.
What the fuck?
And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
All right, Brandon, I know we're really going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On 2nd down, here's Taylor. Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Zach Cunningham coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
And that's their first sack of this game. But
I can't see your videos because you don't
6
publish
sacks.
them.
Great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
A big rush by the Texans, and they block it. And they're going to wind up with a football here at the 26-yard line. So much for pinning him really deep. Short punt could have pinned him inside the 10. Now great field position the other way.
It's never good when you're punting the ball and your eyes see the ball go back behind you. In however form, whether it's over your head or to the side, never good. Now it becomes a race to get to the football so they don't pick it up and take it all the way.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. The numbers for Miller in last week's ball game. 25 carries, 75 yards, and a touchdown.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down.
Oh my God, bro.
A 1st down carry now for Miller. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Miller, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans are in for 6.
No, because so much bullshit happened.
The battle in the trenches, they won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Jakeem Grant now to return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So now here come the Dolphins. Throwing now, Taylor on 1st down. Flush to his right. Looking downfield for Jones. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away and it's 2nd down.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Here's Taylor to throw, eluding the pressure right. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
From the red zone now, here's Taylor on first down. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Taylor. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here. To throw is Taylor. And this is caught at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and pound it in with Drake. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to
And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Tyrod Taylor with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Dolphins are in for 6. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
3rd and 2, Watson. It finds his target, Fuller. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag.
False start, offense.
So that'll back them up 5. The Texans were penalized 124 times last year, 3rd most in the NFL, and now they come up 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Miller. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Mario Edwards Jr. there to bring him down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to
guarding
make
Hopkins?
tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now it's Watson, and he finds his man Griffin.
How are you
And
not
he's got this
fumbling
down to
the
the
ball?
45.
You did a 3.
His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
On first down, Watson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone,
How do you grab me? Like what?
And go
Had
to
a
the
whole
ball.
open lane.
That's
and
exactly
this
what
person
happened on
somehow
that play.
grabbed me?
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
That was not TJ Watt. TJ
I
Watt
call
is all
that
the way
play
to
a
the right.
success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Off the play fake, here's Taylor. And an alley to run. And they're going to get this
God, how did I...
before he's taken down. Taylor able to use those legs of his to pick up a first.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him. And he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
They'll throw on first down with Taylor. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Taylor. And now another one thrown incomplete.
So many offense want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They begin with a run by Miller. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. Oh, now Miller slow in getting up. He's still down on the ground. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami.
That was such a beautiful kick.
A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
When I see Cameron Wake make plays like that, I can't help but shake my head sometimes. He had to go to Canada first before he came back to the NFL.
And Watson's going to go down in the end zone. It's a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Tyrod Taylor now gears up to lead his offense again. And he's been fun to watch run the football. We know he can pass, but using his legs effectively here in this one.
No doubt about it. Watch him maneuver in the pocket, out of the pocket, making the plays that he's making, which are breaking down the defense. I thought back to when we had our morning jog before the game, and I couldn't keep up with you. Those legs, they're valuable for his team.
Forced out to his left, and they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Taylor on 1st down, escaping the pressure right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin 1st down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
You remember our lesson when we had a team
On
of
1st
7
down,
and
it's
we all
Taylor.
got voted out.
Steps away to his left.
Yes, our lesson.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Containing him is becoming a big
Oh,
problem.
still,
We've
we
already
should
seen
have
this
won.
once earlier in
And we
this
all
drive.
got voted out.
And so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
The throw by Taylor here, and that's incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Taylor. Flush to his right. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard
RB was
line.
open. I didn't
The
see
improv
that.
act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Looking for
Damn it,
Jones,
bro.
and it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Sean Lee, the linebacker, able to get a hand in coverage. Boy, excellent coverage there. Last week he had the
my
interception.
linebackers
One
are
reason why he was the AFC
I love my
Defensive Player of the Week.
So no jokes about not having hands, right? Because he got the pick
My
last week.
offense is
This
the
week,
main reason
he's
why
knocked
I
down a ball
suck.
in this game so far. Let's even get an interception as this one continues.
Watson, and he comes back with one complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Out of the gun, Watson. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Sean Lee in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately. I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. And now let's talk about Kenyon Drake. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the second quarter. The throw by Taylor there, knocked away and incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Again, now it's Taylor on 2nd and 10. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there just before halftime. 43 yards. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Sterling Shepard as the first half is winding down, and the Dolphins add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. "13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on 1st down. They'll begin the drive with Collins. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. So the two teams will head to the... And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. The return man is Grant. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, and he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
And now he'll tuck it and run. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Space to run past the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
They go play action with Taylor. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
¿Cuánto quería yo hacer? Ya, yo voy a hacerlo, espérate.
Third and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. Now it's Taylor. It's caught. Shepard. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now Taylor to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Julio Jones. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for two.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, as one of the words you've taught me.
Go Shiesty!
And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock too with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter three, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They go play action here on first down. Out to his left. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Watson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And able to break one
get
tackle,
him
but then
down.
quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. That's the reason why. Well, we just saw shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
Oh, I should have just ran.
Fucking
hate.
48-yard line.
You know, it's fine.
Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are. Stay with who you know.
I'm going to kill myself.
And this is caught
well, I was trying.
5. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, his first touchdown of the new season, and the Texans cut into that lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going
bro, like
into the end zone for the touchdown.
Hold y'all's blocks, please.
The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because...
Are you fucking kidding me, Hardy? You have one job. One fucking job.
The 28. And he will take this across
that is such
midfield
my
and
receiver's fault.
48-yard line. Well, why do you go out and spend a first-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that. The rookie gets his first interception.
You have to have guys who can limit the other team's number of plays run and possessions. And no better way than an interception. And what a great way to break into the league.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 8 yards on the pickup, and
Oh
now
my
they'll
God,
have some
Andrew.
options on second and short.
Dude, that is such
First
my
play of the
receiver's
drive. Let's
fault.
give credit
Oh
all
my
around.
God.
Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On second down, here's Watson. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And they'll wind up getting
Oh my
this
God.
one all the way
Yo,
down
get
inside
this.
the
Okay,
20.
no, that's not gonna work.
His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now a first down throw. Watson got his man.
How do you not
complete over
fumble
the
that,
middle.
bro?
It's Hopkins. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass
Yes, I
play.
think. I don't know.
Second and 3. To throw is Watson. And too
God, that was
much
another
on
throw.
that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
Watson on third down. And
God.
incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. J.J. Watt in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Here's Taylor looking deep for Julio. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you could hear it all the way up here. Oski
Well, one of my
able to
O-linemen
return
got
the block,
injured, and
find
they just
a spot,
abused that
and now they're
fuck
set
out of
up
the
inside the red
O-line.
zone
So
for
I
their
just got
offense.
sacked multiple times.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line.
Man, I thought it worked.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Here's Watson. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach.
He is the fastest.
Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out
Dude,
the window
that man,
there.
Antonio
He was
Brown
hurrying
broke my
around.
ankle so many times.
That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Throwing on third down, Watson. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's fourth down.
I need to change my special team.
Well, that was excellent coverage right there, and he definitely did the right thing, showing that discretion is definitely the better part of valor. Threw it away, preserved the opportunity to kick for a field goal.
And excellent coverage. And right now the human is controlling the defense, so good job, human. So that one is his third of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. Tyrod Taylor now gears up.
You know why I think I have him? Because Julio Jones is here. He brought his Eagle culture over. No, sorry, his Falcon culture.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad.
Beautiful.
But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, my right tackle ain't gonna be able to block him. Oh, he did! For what? Oh, wow.
And
Just
he
so
stopped immediately there. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Houston. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Stop running the damn ball, man.
Fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes.
I can't play man. That only stops the run play, but not fucking Hopkins.
Charge up the middle. Not too fancy.
One-on-one.
Nothing
Xavier Howard versus Hopkins.
Challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the
oh,
offense
shit.
won the challenge.
Oh, wow.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre
Xavier
Hopkins,
Howard, what the fuck are you?
intended
What are you
receiver,
doing? You were
and
nowhere
it's
near
second
the
down.
fucking what's his
That
name?
one fell incomplete there, but the best
if anything, you would have
quarterbacks,
caught that round raining
they'll
for
miss on
2
40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood.
Where the fuck is this halfback? I gotta watch out for this.
He's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year.
Oh, he didn't run it.
In this case, you want perfection, but way
intercept that, bro! What the fuck?
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
There was the pressure you were talking about, force the incompletion.
And it doesn't always have to end in a sack, does it? Sometimes you can make a good play by forcing the incompletion with the pressure.
He finds his target.
That is some bullshit. What route did they run? What route did they run?
Across the 45 before he's brought down.
That's not a slant. That's a
gain
Salem.
of 13 there for the Texans. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
Oh my God, Texans, bro!
Stop
making me. Madden is some bullshit. They just
it's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter.
Madden is full of shit. I don't care what they say. Madden is full of shit. I suck. All right, watch this defense.
First down, it's Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the Dolphins have got it.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. On first down, Drake. And room there to work it inside the 25. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. J.J. Watt in there to get him for his second sack of the night. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Now it's Taylor over the middle. And it's incomplete.
Well, partner, so much for the mismatch. How about the guy at the second level, that big linebacker, able to run with the receiver and make a play on the football?
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now Taylor, eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. J.J. Watt bringing the pressure again, and that is his 3rd sack here tonight.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, let a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
On first down, Watson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Miller. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Decent start to the drive there. Of course, they need the touchdown, 2-point conversion, and a field goal.
Yeah, those guys are into it. How about the guys on the sidelines? You see the coaches signaling, all the personnel groups up on the sideline ready to go in and out of the game. They've got to condense their time now in order to try and get back into it.
He's not even home, I think.
From the 50, it's Watson. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. A shotgun snap for Watson. Wide open receiver complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Being chased out left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. From the gun, here's Watson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Watson. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to make it 4th down. So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt.
Oh, I would have got that. No!
Able to knock it through.
No. Please don't fuck me over, Dave.
A flag
Please do not
is
fuck me
down.
over.
Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and
Personal
take the
foul.
points.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
No, this game is some bullshit.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all,
Automatic
and now
first
your
down.
discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Over. Oh my.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Now it's Watson. That is caught at the 7-yard line.
Oh my God.
And he'll
that
be
would've been
brought down
easy.
here at the 3-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
False start. Offense.
Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
On 3rd down, this is Collins. And he'll be brought down here
got the
at the
first, didn't he?
3-yard line.
Oh, he didn't.
It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that.
How am I
going to
fuck this
the
game
entire
over?
time?
I'm just.
All right, so they needed 2
I
scores
know
to
I'm
get
gonna do
back in the
something.
game. The
I'm
field
gonna-
goal
like
there,
something
maybe not
sweet can happen,
exactly
like my
what
running
they
back fumbled
wanted,
the ball.
but the necessary first step.
And there's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. The field goal we just saw has us now at a 1-score game. And on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think that's a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? Might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball. But here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that. And that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
They stay on the ground with Drake. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a play fake here on first down. Flushed out right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Right back to Drake. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. And now the Texans want to call another timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, Taylor going to throw. Rolling to his right. And that'll be incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and if he gets those shoulders right, that pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Now a handoff for Drake, and he's going to be met at about the 43. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Andrew, I want you to notice right now, most of my games and like last season in Madden, I've won by like a few points. Yeah, I'm that nigga.
On the give, this is Drake. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
Here's Matt Hawk now. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Deshaun Watson and the Texans offense trot back out there. I would imagine you want to win every game big, but if you're a quarterback in the NFL, this is the spot that you love.
You've been dreaming of it since you were a kid, playing in the backyard or the front yard, wherever, where you went through those imaginary situations. Now it's real.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Cameron Wake in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. And the spike comes now with just under 40 ticks left.
Night.
The Texans on third down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 17. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Oh my God. Are you fucking kidding me?
And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a 2-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have one big call left? Here we go. But they certainly aren't afraid to dial up the long ball, and fans dig the long ball. And they absolutely needed it, and guess what? They got it. How about that?
And now a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up. Listen to this crowd now. Their guys need a stop on this 2-point conversion.
This game is full of shit.
Back 22.
He's back to throw. And that's off the mark, incomplete. A crushing blow there as they cannot tie the game. Now the focus shifts to, can they get the onside kick and have a miracle happen?
And they have to have that miracle play that they've been working on, that they've designed. You don't really just draw one up now. You've had different onside kicks. Do they have that one weak point in the defense that they can exploit because they have to have the ball back?
Taylor to a knee, and that ought to just about do it. And they cannot do anything to stop the clock defensively. 3 straight wins to start the campaign now.
And this is where a team, privately, within the confines of their own room, their meeting rooms, the locker room, they start to think to themselves, we're pretty good. We should be a playoff team.
Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track.
Yeah, because I almost fucking
Well, you know
lose.
the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like
It's my
going to batting
offense.
practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right
Okay,
up their
but
alley.
who got
with
the
what we
most
saw in this
takeaways?
one.
The Dolphins.
So for the Dolphins, it's an ideal start as they move.
All right, well, have a good day, guys. I am going to go change underwear because I shat my pants like 30 times this game. Andrew, my game's just